to
What's up, y'all? Welcome to Yo.
Yo, what is up, everybody? Chaotic BPR here, and welcome to Yo Retro episode 47. As with me, as always, though, man, I gotta bring in the best co-host there is, smoking it up loud and proud. Half a dozen, six. What's going on, brother?
Yeah. Giddy up, whore. What up, though?
Good, man. How you been, buddy?
I've been, honestly, I feel like, I don't know, man. Just very, very, very good. Very good. Things just keep getting better and better. I think I said that before, but they're better than they were the last time. So
I know, man. You've been on the up and up lately, man. So that's good, man. That's good news. Things changing for you.
Good things shaking.
Good. That's what I love to hear about it, man. So forgive me, guys. I got a brand new mic and new mixer, so I'm trying the new setup. So hopefully I sound good and I'm not like burning your eardrums or anything like that. So, but we got a little short episode today, man. We got one release that came out today, Primal Carnage Retro,
Mm-hmm.
and then we got some other news that came down the pipeline that you shared with me. That I got the PowerPoint set up and everything.
Yeah. Couple little retro tidbits. You know, we sprinkle a couple little retro nuggets on top of that stuff. You know, the Atgames stuff. But yeah, I mean, you even got at me like, well, maybe if you want, we could skip this show and just cover the table on the next one. But I was like, nah, bruh, we gonna keep this thing smoking. Pause.
Let's have a little bit of fun tonight, huh?
Yeah, Oh,
yeah, got a little soundboard, guys. So I want to play with it and everything. Add a little spunk to the show, man. Just a little spunk. All right, so Atari decided to partner up with My Play Watch. I saw G.I. Joel, who's in Arcades Anonymous, was showing this to me. I was showing the group this. That I think he actually bought one of these. So, what can you tell me about it?
Not much other than I think they look dope, and they actually have functionality. It's not just something to, like them asteroids. What was it? Asteroids watch, I think, from Nuvo or something like that. I posted, and there was another one too, I think, from Atari, but those had no functionality. These you can actually, I guess, game on them a little bit, plus track your steps, your calorie burning, and then monitor your heart rate, which is, I think, pretty dope.
Yeah, so it's kind of like one of those smart type watches, but like you don't need it needs to be attached to a SIM card or anything like that. It's not like an Apple Watch or.
Mm-hmm.
It's more or less like what's it called, a Fitbit in a way, I guess.
Yeah, like a retro gaming Fitbit.
Yeah. So, but that you can play games on with it, baby. So, we got Breakout. What's it? Breakout. Let's see what else we got. We got Breakout, Centipede, Pong, and Missile Command.
Yeah. Which, if you were gonna get one, which one would you get?
Oh wow, dude, I like that Super Breakout, man.
Yeah,
I'm a huge fan of Super Breakout.
Yeah, I'm just wondering, how they play too, because Centipede probably doesn't have a trackball, so I'd probably go with the Super Breakout also, or Pong.
Yeah, Pong or Super Breakout, probably even Centipede. I don't know how you would shoot other than maybe hit that second button that's on the side there, but I know with Breakout you can just turn that knob back
Right.
and forth, and it will spin. Take your thing back and forth. So
Yeah. That's probably the one I go with. Breakout. It looks fun, and the watch kind of looks the best to me out of all of them. Like the band.
yeah, for sure. Let's see, alternate band back, alternate band front, band back design, and then front design. So 2600. I like that. That's dope, man.
Yeah, and it looks like you just USB charge them.
Yeah. It's one of those like magnetic things on the back. So it's like it connects to the heart rate monitor, is what I understand. Because I had a watch similar to this that I bought off of Amazon. It was like $30, and it just like literally like magnetic snaps to the back of it, and it's connected.
Yeah, these are nice. I think they're pretty cool. I don't know. Did you see the pricing on them at all or not?
No, I did not.
Yeah, I'm wondering the pricing too. That's a big factor for me with a lot of this stuff. If they can get it in like a $100 price range, it might be worth it.
Yeah, I mean, I would hope for like maybe like $59.99 is what I would expect it to be at least.
Yeah, ideally that's
Yeah.
obviously, but I'm looking at today's inflation and what they charge for licenses, and plus it has the functionality of heart rate monitoring and all that. So, Fitbits sometimes could cost around 100. So
Yeah, depending on how much functionality they got.
right.
By the way, guys, stay tuned after the show. James Hates Everything starts his new Thursday night show right after Yo Retro. I actually got it set up so that once our stream ends, you're going to automatically be thrown over to James Hates Everything stream. And I don't know, I might actually be on that show too.
Oh,
yeah,
that's pretty cool. I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah. So moving on now. I'm not a big PlayStation guy anymore. I'm more an Xbox dude. But when I saw this, I was like, damn, they put a touchscreen on this damn thing.
Well, they've always had like that touch pad, but the touch screen, yeah, like that's next level. Well, this is supposedly what they're working on, and they got like patents that you can look up on this. So supposedly, and I didn't do too much research into it, but yeah, this is fire if that's true. Like, I mean, solar battery is crazy to me. Like, how much light is your controller really gonna get? But
I don't know. I like to play in my room dark, so I don't get no solar battery.
Right. So that's the one thing that had me going, I don't know about that, but and to have an actual OLED or LED touch screen on there would be crazy, because that could just add a whole different level of immersion.
How much do you think this kind of controller would cost?
Probably about the same price as like don't they have like a pro controller? So
it's about
you're
talking $149, $200.
I mean, if they could get it in the right price range, I would think about 200, $199.
I couldn't do it.
I wouldn't want to, but I would definitely want to try it out and see what kind of functionality it has. And it's all on the developers with certain stuff like this, like if they could put the map, a map from the game right there on the touchpad, you would never have to pause the game, look at your map.
Yeah, I mean, I appreciate the thought and everything that they put into this kind of stuff, the technology they put into it. I mean, think about it, a touch screen that you can actually control your PlayStation with. Like, hey man, I'm gonna go to the store. That way I ain't gotta hit the middle button and then go look at my screen and then do all that. You can just do it from the controller. Be like, yep, PlayStation Store. There you go. I want to download the new demo.
Right. And then it functioning as a second screen, like you said, where you
I wonder what they could do with video games in that. Like, could like developers actually use that?
Oh yeah, I imagine that's why I said it's all up to the devs at that point. Like, what do they? I just think it could add a whole different layer to gaming. I mean, and kind of they could probably utilize some of the features the Switch has and stuff too.
Oh, here we go, man. Back to the old Dreamcast days with the VMUs and everything.
Yeah,
The little
yeah,
screen on the controller, man.
yeah. I remember
Not
that.
bad. I pulled that out of thin air, man. I remember those days.
Yeah, just this would just be like more dynamic. You could do so much more with it.
Man, I miss Dreamcast.
And then even just for like how the PlayStation light bar lights up, like you could have different lighting effects for certain games, a flash when a gun goes off or something,
Yeah.
or
Yeah, that's dope, man. That's good thought. So now you put it that way, it's like, all right, I kind of want to try it out.
yeah, I would just like to see it, not saying I would, because you might buy one of them and all your other controllers for the kids are the cheap ones.
Oh yeah. You ain't, this is daddy's controller. You ain't touching this one.
Right. You keep the box on the side, you don't let the kids touch it. Yeah.
What's going on, Israel? What's going on? And Ray Delatorre, Dane Bramage. Good to see you, man. Love playing golf with you lately as well.
Yeah, and you can argue PS5 ain't very retro, but I feel like anything PlayStation, not anything PlayStation, but the brand kind of is. Like I grew up, after the Nintendo Sega era, it was pretty much PlayStation for me.
Man, I still got a PS1 and a PS2 sitting in a box up top, man. So like, I still got them. I ain't got no games for them, but I still got them. Like I don't want to let those go. Those were too special for me.
Yeah, I got the PS1 Mini, but you can mod that and have a bunch of extra games and
you almost had to. You almost
I
had
got
the
minis. And then I got a PS3 sitting over here too.
PS3, that's a good one too.
Yeah.
All right, so now you show me this. What is this, like an arcade version of Tetris?
I imagine it's like a series that was more popular overseas. I think it's the Grandmaster series. This is the 4th installment of the Grandmaster.
Yeah. So when I was watching the trailer, and guys, I'm gonna pop it up for you guys here. Like it made me feel like, because I never heard of Arika, or Kira, whatever you want to call it. But to me, this just seems like a stand up or sit down cabinet version, like maybe a Japanese candy cab style.
Yeah.
Where it's just straight up hand, like they call it absolute eye, and I'm thinking like hand and eye coordination. You have to have it in order to play this.
Yeah.
At your full potential. Like it's jet fast. There is no like thinking about it, letting it slowly drop, thinking about where you're going to put it. Like you need to just go ahead and figure out. You need to be like 3 steps ahead and go ahead and drop this as soon as possible.
Yeah, I would not survive playing this game. I cannot Tetris this fast ever.
I mean, I seen one kid do it on was it YouTube or whatever, the world record holder or whatever. But I like the fact that like it's in Japanese on the right, but at the bottom it's explaining each like different game mode, like normal. I was watching earlier, they had like big giant block versions and stuff like that. Just all kinds of different like different little type of game modes and everything, just to try different stuff. Like Oscar, yeah, there you go. This is what a mode designed for intermediate to advanced players.
Yeah, this reminds me of, if you see, there's like a whole new generation of kids that are playing NES Tetris on a competitive level, and they've discovered like new ways to hold the controller and and you just kind of rattle it, to like move the pieces. And I've watched the videos, bro. It's insane what these kids are doing with Tetris today. The old school Tetris. So I think this game kind of is it's riding off that wave, basically. Like these high speed Tetris players. I don't know how to word it, but yeah, they do speed competitions on Tetris, and
Yeah.
these kids have like shut the game down. That's how fast they play the NES Tetris.
Yeah. Yeah, this is what I was talking about, guys, with like the big Minos buttons or Tetris.
Blocks.
Yeah, Tetris blocks, and they turn into small ones once you break them up and everything.
Yeah, that's crazy. I never seen that.
Yeah, that's cool. Do not mention blue waffles, Thumper Squid. Gross.
Yeah, well.
So I don't know if this is coming out to consoles or if it's just a Japanese thing or if this is like a candy cap thing that maybe we'll see at like some conventions that have candy caps and stuff like that. Didn't really explain it much. It just said that this is like basically
it was just like an announcement.
It's basically holy shit mode for Tetris players, right? This is the best of the best players.
Yeah, I wouldn't last 5 seconds on this game.
Oh, I love me some Tetris, especially the VR version of Tetris Connected. I played that on VR and I played that on the actual consoles. Great version of Tetris, like super relaxing with all the music and stuff like that. But yeah, this is way too much for me.
Oh hell no! Unc said blue waffles with a side of glizzies. Oh
no, come on, man! Don't do me like that, man.
Tripping.
Let's move on from that.
Pause.
All right, so cool, man. Like Evercade's got a showcase coming up. What is that? Not tomorrow. It's what?
Friday.
Monday.
I'm tripping. Yeah.
Any idea what they're going to be showing off? What's Volume 3? Is that like the new series of cartridges? I'm pretty sure Brooklyn was here. He would be able to tell.
I think this is their third showcase they've done.
Oh, okay.
And this is going to be like probably their yearly rollout of carts coming to their platform.
Could we get a sequel to the Alpha? Could we get a bigger arcade cabinet?
I don't know. I don't. Yeah, I didn't even really think about products. I was thinking just carts, but yeah, they might. It might be time for them to roll out another product.
I mean, if they, I'm pretty sure, because there's a lot of people in the home arcade community that are totally interested in Evercade and collects Evercade. So, what if the fact that they are actually, connected and communicating with people in the home arcade, and they're like, you know what, we see that Glenn's bringing out a cabinet, we see that Iconic and Media 1-Up's doing one. Now we see Basic Funds jumping in on it. Arcade 1-Up is dying. Let's jump in on it and be an Evercade. The Alpha did well. Let's just go ahead and jump in on and try to get like a 3/4 scale out.
Are you asking me what I think the odds of that happening are?
Yeah. What's the odds? What do you think? Chat, what do you think?
I don't think it's gonna happen.
No? You think they're gonna have to be pushing it back a little bit further?
I just don't think they want to get in that market. Maybe they do, but I haven't seen them. I don't know, maybe.
You ever had any interest in getting the Alpha?
Pito's is supposed to mail me his Mega Man.
Oh, he is?
No, I've been harassing him about sending it to me because I think he already had one and then he won one. I was like, send me that Mega Man. He was like, I got you, and I think he was joking, but I still want it.
Oh man! So even Papa Brad said, no, that is not happening. So I'm still curious. You think it could? Oh yeah, Bruno Yeti. I forgot. They could be showing off the new Neo Geo cartridges and stuff like that, because that was something that they added to their library and stuff, their partnership. So that's a possibility.
Yeah, that's probably almost a guarantee.
Oh, we'll just have to talk about them next Thursday, I'm sure.
Oh hell yeah!
All right, so coming up later this year, I didn't go last year. You did an awesome video on it, but me and you met here at Cleveland Gaming Classic 2 years ago in 2023, and now it's time that they come back around the same time every year, September. Tickets are available now. Me and you are going to do a live show at the Cleveland Gaming Classic.
That's our goal. If we could get some internet, You know, that I want to do something, you know, because every episode of Yo Retro we've done, you know, which you in Georgia, me in Ohio. So I think it'd be dope to do a show in person for our viewers, you know, after 50 some shows, give them something, you
Yeah,
know, where we're live in person together, you know, and then you know what I mean? I think that'll be dope.
absolutely, man. That's the plan. That is the goal, guys. We're gonna do a live show at the Cleveland Gaming Classic this year. So anybody in chat that's thinking about coming, I mean, me and Six are going. Arcades Anonymous is going. Some other people, I think 19K Fox said he was coming because he lives in Ohio. We were trying to get Michael B to come. He doesn't know that he's gonna be able to now or not. But he really wants to come too. So
Pause.
yeah,
That was crazy. But
yeah,
yeah, it's like there's gonna be it's a cool event, you know. For me it's local, so yeah, I try not to miss it. But I was gonna go to they got a yearly pinball convention in Cleveland too. I was gonna go to that, but you're going to this, so I was like, all right, I'll go a third time in a row, you know, because you know I don't get to see you often, so
right. With me being in Georgia and you in Ohio and everything. But Retro Lizard said he'll have his mobile hotspot with him. So we can use that. We can have Retro Lizard on the show, man. We do a live show, have Retro Lizard hanging out with us.
yeah. That yeah, I met him last time in Cleveland and Stock Jock and yeah, a lot of people.
Yeah. Oh,
So,
hit Pastimes. I never went to Pastimes. I need to do that too. So and I'll get to meet Unc too.
oh yeah,
Hell
absolutely.
yeah, dude. That's what's up, man. We'll bring the whole family together.
Yeah, he's gonna be there. I'm trying to bring out Mac from Yo Hero also, so we had a whole crew.
Yeah. Pop Brad, I'll be there too. I'll be at Southern Pride. You know, that's in my backyard. So yeah, Triple Yo Retro. That's what's up, man. Oh yeah, party at Unks. We're gonna do the party at Unks. Let's do it.
Oh, pre-game and after party.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Do not show my wife that. Unc. Don't let her see that.
he's just talking trash.
But 2 weeks ago, Tom from the person who runs Cleveland Gaming Classic was on Arcades Anonymous with us, and we got to ask him a bunch of questions. And he did say that some announcements are going to be coming out very soon about what's all going to be there. And he went ahead and showed off to the fact that Double Dragon's going to be there, Joust is going to be there.
Oh, okay, that's you all day, Joust.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. X-Men.
That's me all day. Hey.
Yep, and he did say that a crap load of like Japanese like candy cabs, rhythm games, and stuff like that was going to be there. Stuff that you don't ever get to see, you know, out in the wild and everything. So he had a bigger Japanese arcade section that's going to be there this year compared to the last couple of years.
Nice.
He did say that pinball usually it's been like 50 machines. Now they're going to drop it down to like 30, 35 so they can make room for other stuff, which, you know, to me is a little bit disappointing.
Oh yeah.
But long as if they got all the new stuff there, the stuff that's come out recently, so that more people get to play those things, I really hope that they bring that kind of stuff back.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and he did say the BattleTech pods. That's going to be there every year. He will never be without those.
Nice.
Six. Did you ever get to play the BattleTech pods while you were there?
Nah, I was just too busy both times I was there.
All right, homie, you playing it this year?
Okay. Wait, what you want to battle?
Well, yeah, man. It's like six. He's got like 6 pods. We go in there. We play deathmatch. Everybody against everybody. We just go at it.
I'm killing everybody. They're lucky we can't live stream that.
I know. They have been trying to set that up in Cleveland, though. Like, I know he said this year that they planned on putting like screens on the outside so that they could see so you could see what they could see on the inside of every pod.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
and being able to see their scores and everything. Man, I would love for them to be able to like just record that.
Yeah, and then we'll get more info as the event gets closer. You know, I don't know if they're going to have any of the Mortal Kombat actors or any of that again, but we'll see.
Yeah. All right. Now, also, great news, man. Like it's next week, right? It's pretty much next weekend, or next Friday. Freaking PINBALLFX comes to MetaQuest, man. This is a big deal. I know they recently started sending out review codes to some people in the home arcade community, especially those who had the Tank Stick VR review units. They started to send these review codes for the PINBALLFX VR out. So I can't wait to see what some of the friends that are in the home arcade community is showing that off.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Matter of fact, Gamer Fridge was actually streaming PINBALLFX 2 VR earlier today. And like I said, that looked really fun. So I'd love to see what it looks like, being actually immersed in that.
Yeah, that's crazy. Indy standing there mugging you the whole time you're playing pinball.
Yeah, Gamer Fridge was playing Jaws earlier, and every time like he would lose the ball, like the shark would come and like bite right by his leg.
That's crazy. Yeah, I wonder if Indy talks shit to you.
That'd be great, wouldn't it?
Yeah, like have Harrison Ford talking shit to you every time you lose.
Excuse me. All right. So yeah, April 3rd, guys, is pretty much next weekend, man. Looking forward to that. All right, now we're getting back into the Atgames thing. So congratulations to these winners recently in the HD tournament. I just got my micro, so now I can participate in some of the HD tournaments, even though I probably won't win any of them because technically I do work for Atgames in a what's it called? No.
I'll give you a minute. Go ahead.
Sorry.
Go ahead. Take your time.
I work with Atgames, dude. All right. I'm not an employee, but I'm a contractual, whatever it is.
Whore.
Yeah, something like that. Whatever, man.
I'm joking. He's pay for hire her.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Sure. Yeah. Independent contractor. Thank you, Jason. I dude had a brain fart.
You're gonna need that for your W-2s, bro. You better write it down.
Well, yeah, for sure. Independent contractor. That's what I am. So I'm an independent contractor for Atgames. I work in the customer service department. They don't pay me to do reviews or anything. They don't pay me for any of these machines behind me. I purchased them on my own. But yeah, I was just saying I cannot participate in the HD tournament, but at least I can participate. I just can't win anything. So no, I'm not a shill. Don't say that.
Conflict of interest, meatball saucy.
There you go. Pretty much, I guess. You can say that. Congratulations to these winners of $15 each on the HD tournaments. Now, currently, we got the HD tournaments: Dinosaur Dynasty, Green Eggs and Ham, Fruit, Frontline, Big Shot, and Black Belt. And then the 4K, I believe, is it the Getaway or is it Junkyard?
I think Junkyard for real. And this ends today. I know that.
Yes. The one with Medieval Madness and so forth. Those 5 tables. Yeah, that ends today. This one right here starts. This one ends today. Yeah. So yeah, tomorrow starts off a new tournament. I just don't exactly remember the 5 tables that are on it. Now, Atgames also has reinformed people that part 2 of the pinball pack is still coming, man. I know it sucks for a lot of people. I'm one of y'all. Totally agree with it, but I think with Magic Pixel pulling it back and saying, "Look, there's some more stuff that we need to do to it," you can't get mad about that. It's a great thing that there's more stuff that they could do with it, especially if you look at the recent releases that they put on Steam. Tropical Deluxe, Tropical Deluxe and what's the newest one? Shooting the Rapids Deluxe. Looking at those DMDs, the artwork that they put into it is no longer just shapes and colors, moving around and stuff. It's actual animations and actually theming towards the tables and stuff like that. So
yeah, but we don't know for sure that they're doing that with these. So.
No, but from what I understood, man, is that the tables were pretty much done. They just had to tweak some other stuff recently. They want to make these the best that they can be possible, man. Especially if you got a new license with Rare and Microsoft, you want to make sure that these just come out as impressive as hell. That they don't give a shit about their customers. Atgames cares about the customers, man.
I think you have to. I mean, to be in business like that, just because
Yeah,
if you don't, you're not going to have customers eventually. So that's not a good business model to have. But
yeah, it sucks because people want deadlines. People want announcements like, when is this coming out? And then what happens is, this always happens too, when a small company like this can't meet a deadline, and it just puts a sour taste in everybody's mouth. It sucks, dude. I hate it.
Yeah, well, I mean, most of us knew what we were getting into with this pack, that we weren't going to get the rest of it till later. But I think the problem is when they set dates, they set expectations. And,
don't do that.
And that's
I totally agree with that. Do not do that.
Yeah, when they set dates, they set expectations, and then they delay those dates, and then people's expectations, they feel burned after the fact because they already got our money for this, right? So I understand where people are coming from with that, but and then I also feel bad for people that weren't there at the very beginning when this came out, and they didn't really see all the announcements. So they just bought a device, they see this in the store, they buy it, and then
what
they're
the
like,
hell, the other two tables that are on this list?
Yeah, so there's certain people that they just, like I said, they kind of feel burned by Atgames setting the dates and then pushing them dates further back. But me, I'm paying. I don't really mind because I feel like it'll be almost a treat by the time I get these tables.
Yeah, because the longer that this takes to come out, we got Williams packs coming left and right. And
Yeah.
we just had the banger of bangers when it comes to Williams packs come out this past week. Wait till the next pack comes out. And then
that doesn't negate the fact that people spent $35 on one table for the past 3 months, so.
Yeah, I mean, because technically I am one of those people. Before I even started working for Atgames, I bought this pack, hoping that it would come out eventually. And, I know people who, before even 4KP came out, people were having issues with, say, like the Dr. Seuss packs. Like the first one came out, or the first table came out, and the other two came out way later. And then the next pack came out way later. And you remember Natural History. HD had to wait over a year for Natural History Pack 2. 4KP had to wait 6 months.
Yeah.
And then we had to wait a little bit longer for Pack 3. So,
well, that's the same thing. It reminds me of Star Wars, like the current Star Wars fans, or the majority of them, they get so much content and they hate this, they hate that, they hate it all. Disney ruined Star Wars, but for me, I went 20 some years without a sequel, to Return of the Jedi. And just for me, I eat up all the content I could get. If I don't like some of it, okay, cool, I put that to the side. But the stuff I do like, I hold near and dear to my heart. And, and I feel like Atgames, we're getting so much content now. Sometimes people kind of act entitled in these group chats, or not group chats, but Facebook groups and stuff. Yeah, they get real entitled about their little $5 game or their $7 game, that they act like little crybabies sometimes. And yeah, it's not that deep. I could wait a couple months for this. I'd rather wait personally a couple months to have it polished.
Yeah, I it sucks because like a lot of people bought it hoping that, cool, they'll kind of stay on schedule. Other people bought it not even knowing what the heck was going to happen, or even that this was a possibility of happening. So yeah, I feel terrible for the people who were like, they just bought it thinking that they're getting all three and only got one, and then they see the notice like, oh, it's been delayed. Well, how long? Well, it's been like 3 months already. Oh, how much longer could it be? Could be another 3 months. We don't know. And that's what sucks for those people, man. The people that like bought it, didn't know the fact that there was going to be any kind of delays, don't know really how Atgames works in that kind of situation, man. So
Yeah.
I
Well, and I
those people.
called that too when they rolled out their like yearly calendar. I was like, watch, there's going to be delays, and you're like, don't say it. And I'm like, it's inevitable,
It's inevitable.
Yeah, and then you get a domino effect of delays, like or a whole rollout pulled from public eyes. So we don't know what's going on with the Zen rollout. What's coming next from Zen? We have no clue. It's just whatever they put out right now.
Yeah, and PG, you make a great point, man. I feel like they only rushed CFDs because they had an agreement to skin a table with it by a certain date. Microsoft probably had something to do with that too. They're like, hey, man, like, where is it? Let's bring this out. You promised a certain date that y'all had to, we had an agreement that y'all promised to make, that kind of deal. So,
yeah, that's that. I don't have a lot of time, Ichabod, to play all the tables. I mean, I play each table the week it comes out. I'll play for an hour or so. Maybe sometimes if I'm lucky, a few hours, and then we do our review. And then literally, like a lot of times, I don't turn my machine on until the next table come out, and then I've been trying to play it more though. The past couple weeks, I've been playing a little bit more because I felt like I was talking it but wasn't walking it, so I had to get back on.
All right, so yeah, guys, a lot of people felt burned. A lot of people felt burned when it came to Primal Carnage Solid State.
Who did though? You liked it in a review. I liked it.
I liked it. You liked it because we had that expectation of what it was, right? We know what a solid state table is. It's not like a futuristic or modern style table. You're not going to get all those kind of graphics and stuff like that. You're not going to get all those kind of features. You're not going to have like multiple multi-balls and different story modes and stuff like that, right? It's meant for basically a scoring table. And the same thing with retro, any kind of like 1960s style table is going to have no bombastic features or anything like that. It's going to be a simple style table that is meant for, and it's low scoring too. Like you're lucky. It's crazy to see people who have 75,000 points on this table already, because 1960 tables, like you hit a pop bumper, wow, that's 5 points. You hit a spinner, every time it spins, that's 10 points.
25 points, right?
Yeah, you can get multipliers and get stuff like that, or you can hit enough targets on the sides to make the point total go up for whatever you do. But what
your flippers are this big,
yeah. So, but what makes this table pretty freaking cool is they changed up the design a little bit, right? So here's some gameplay that I actually recorded. They got this middle box here in the middle with the spinner. It has a spinner inside of it. The lit up numbers in the middle will change every time you hit those side targets of that little box. That total will go up from like 20 to 30 to 50 to 100 to 200, and then it will constantly just swap back and forth. And then those targets that I just hit right there, that will make that spinner in that top left, that will make that score change. There's also what's it called, a drop shot, or not a drop shot, it's a, what's that target on the right side of the hole?
Drop hole.
Yeah, drop hole. Okay, so you can hit that if it's lit up. If it hits that middle pop bumper, and that's worth 200 points. I like the fact the way the flippers are, man. They're fanned out, very protective, but also instead of having that big wide open gap in the middle, you got that pop bumper that can actually make the ball go anywhere. But it actually kind of keeps your ball in play. And as long as if you're very defensive with your tiny little wooden flippers, you can actually keep the ball in and score pretty high.
Yeah, I think
It's
that
a
drop
grind.
hole.
It's a grind.
I think that drop hole is worth 500, but
Yeah, you may be right. I thought it was 200 or 500. It's one or the other.
yeah, I mean, yeah, like you said, I think the best part about this table is that bumper right in the center there. You know, it gives it a unique feel, kind of.
Yeah, for real.
But you know,
I'll continue.
yeah, a lot of this, like you said, if you play defensively, you can kind of keep the ball in play. And a lot of times when the ball does go out of play, it's going to be because you lifted your flippers at the wrong time and the ball just went right through that gap between the bumper and the flippers.
I will tell you this, Ray. You ain't got to worry about Killer Instinct or Battletoads looking or sounding like this. You're good, man. Trust me. We'll leave it at that.
Yeah, those aren't going to be this, and this is retro. Like that's what we're trying to get across to our viewers too. Is like you need to put in your mind like what a retro table is, what a solid state table is, and what a deluxe table is, and the differences and features on them tables. This retro stuff is like 50s, 60s pinball. It's kind of supposed to be, right?
Yep. It's a score chasing table. It has nothing to do with any kind of modes or stories or anything like that.
Yeah, it'll have features of 50s and 60s kind of pinball, and maybe early 70s, but
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there's like it's like 20 retro tables on the 4KP and Zachariah's pinball library. What makes this one like kind of way different than all those other ones is those other ones have like the authentic like pop bumper sounds where it's like a bell ringing. This uses dinosaur like moans and groans and
dinosaur sound effects.
Yeah. So it brings that modern twist, but it also what makes it even like I said, the difference in this one compared to like an old school 60s table is that middle area with the side targets on each side and the fact that there's a spinner inside the middle of the box.
Yeah, the middle of the playfield there. But I will say I had some difficulty just launching the ball over and over on this table. There's a little like side, it's meant to be realistic. So you got the little side hole to the left of where you launch the ball, where the ball would drop into, play from when you insert a quarter, and the ball will go to the side over there randomly sometimes, or you could almost give it a full launch, pull the plunger all the way back, and the ball sometimes will just still come right back down. I don't know why it's kind of difficult to launch the ball on this table.
Yeah, so like the trick on it is that the plunger, when you pull it back all the way, let it go instead of like pushing, like letting it go back on its own before you let it go. Like if you let that plunger slam into the cabinet, it most likely is going to launch like it's supposed to. Otherwise, it's that dead zone that's in the plunger will have issues of launching it all the way.
So like if I try to go for like the points up top there, right? Like the skill shot, basically, it would be normally if I try to, it almost, it won't read a 3/4 of the way plunge shot. It almost, you got to go for full plunger strength or you're not getting up there, is my point.
Yeah.
And
agreed. It won't plunge unless you do a full plunge. Like it won't launch at all. And
exactly. So that kind of that was annoying to me. And then, I'm not saying this is a terrible table by any means, but once again, I don't feel this is worth $7. This is not a $7 table, especially
Nope.
when you when you see what Zen's doing for $5. This ain't worth $7 to me.
Yeah.
Now, granted, the HD players can get it for $5, but 4K users are stuck paying an extra $2 for what? Like it just I'll probably, I don't know if I'll come back to this ever again.
I don't think the SSF kit and the 4K graphics is worth the $2 extra. This is definitely one like the previous Primal Carnage table. This is worth it on sale. Like it goes on sale, pick it up. Otherwise, $5 for the HD version. That to me is kind of worth it too. I actually like this one better than I did Solid State.
Yeah, I didn't. I had way more fun playing Solid State than I did this retro table. But I did give this a good couple plays, and like I gave it a fair shot. It's not a bad. It's probably one of my favorite retro tables. I'll put it that way.
Yeah.
Out of all the
retro tables, to me, this is probably one of the best. Yes, I agree with that.
Yeah, so it's probably one of the better retro tables. But with that said, I don't like any of the retro tables. So
yeah.
So
yeah, totally agree, and I see that a lot of people in the chat totally agree with that too. Like PG says, $2 difference. I mean, whatever, it's not that big of a deal. But some people it is.
Well, here's the thing: when you say they put out 100 of these retro tables, that's $700 I'm paying for a bunch of tables. I'm not a huge fan of, and I'm gonna get them because we do this show, and and also, like I said, like I'm a completionist in my mind. Like I gotta have all the tables. I'm up 217 tables now. I want to have whatever they make available, but at the same time, I got to be real when it's a table that I don't feel is worth $7. Like I said, put that in your mind. Like, what if you buy 100 of these tables at $7 each? That's kind of crazy.
Yep, James, just like Six says, it's just like Pokemon. You got to catch them all. I mean, I'm the type of dude, like I'm like you, like for the review, I would get them anyway, even if I didn't get these for free anymore, or if I didn't get these for free, because I do test these before they do get released and everything. So I am the type of dude I will never judge a book by its cover. I'll play it. That's why Ray Delatorre used to make fun of me in my other video I made, where I was playing a rhythm game, and he's like, nope, too girly for me. I'm like, you gotta give it a chance though, man. So
penny case or table orders.
Yeah, might as well be, man. Like you never know, you might find a like diamond in the rough, and no, this is not it. This is not a diamond in the rough.
No,
but I feel now that the first Primal Carnage tables come out, Solid State, and people felt burned from that one, right? And they decide to skip this one. And it's kind of obvious when you look at the leaderboards where, because just an hour before the show, there was only 48 people who have played it. Medieval Madness, within the first 10 minutes, had the 50-person leaderboard full. It was already full. This just now hit 50 people, like in the past hour.
Yeah.
And so
it ain't for everyone. Like I said, if I didn't do the show or something, I probably wouldn't have bought it right away.
Yeah,
I might have waited till a sale. So,
and I feel like they probably would have had better sales if they released it in a pack, a $35 pack.
I agree.
Have all the retro or have all the Primal Carnage tables in a pack. Now that you split them up and you burn somebody with the first one at $7, now they're like, no, not again. You're not getting me again. I'll automatically skip that. I'll watch what people think about it. I'll watch reviews. I'll watch videos. But yeah, you ain't getting me for that $7 again.
Yeah, they watch this review and they definitely might not get it, because I wouldn't. I'm not happy about spending $7 on this. Like I said, when I know the bang for my buck I'm getting out of Zen Studios for that $5, you know. So yeah, the $2 ain't a huge, you know, it's not gonna make or break me. That's not what I'm getting at. It's kind of the point. Like I'm getting so much more quality and replayability out of a Zen table for $5 than I am this $7 table.
Yeah. So far,
and I wouldn't be sorry to cut you off. I wouldn't even be opposed to a different pricing scheme for tiers, you know, like retro tables being $5.
do it like they do on Steam. The retro tables, you can get 50 retro tables on Zachariah Steam. You can get 50 tables for $3.
That's crazy. For $3. Yeah.
For $3, you can get all 50 retro tables for $3.
Yeah. And I got a feeling they might do something like that on the back end. And then all of us who spent the $7 per table will feel super burned, you know, but yeah, it just doesn't feel like it's worth, you know, it doesn't have that value.
Oh, my camera shut off. Sorry, guys.
Oh, it's just me. Y'all
can hear me, right?
Half a dozen show. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I can hear you, bro.
Boom shakalaka!
All right, guys. I'm sorry, man. But yeah, I wanted to show y'all some gameplay real quick and everything, and show y'all how it was going and everything. I don't know, man. I give this table like a 6.5. It's good for score chasing. It is good for what it is. It is one of the best retro tables, but you have to be a fan of the retro tables to actually, I think, really enjoy it.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna give it like a 4.5.
Oof. Very good.
Yeah.
Very good.
And
it's a good table for anger, cussing.
Yeah, I didn't dislike it, so I don't think it's that enjoyable either. There's nothing that stands out about this table to me other than the pricing being too high for what it is.
No, I did not do the mod, Jason. I know Six didn't do it either, but there's a lot of people in the Facebook communities that have. The glare doesn't bother me that bad.
Yeah, it doesn't bother me. It was funny because I was watching some like pinball convention videos. Every single real pinball machine had glare from the machine next to it. You know, the overhead lighting.
Yeah.
Just, you know, every direction there was glare on every pinball machine in that convention. So I was just like, what are, you know, I guess that's why it doesn't bother me, because I'm kind of, that's how I look at it. But I guess if you really want to get in the zone, it's kind of a cool mod. You know, what I really like is the mod people do where they have the reflective side panels inside by the screen. That looks cool.
Yep. There you go. So back to, wrong one. Sorry. There we go. Back to this. Like, known issues were the table box art shows an older version of the playfield on both the HD and the 4K. And then the other issue was on HD, the in-game leaderboards only displayed online scores from HD devices only. Which, you know, if you play on a HD device or a 4K device with the same Legends ID, it will tell you if your score was already higher. Say you got a higher score on the 4K feed than you did on HD, it'll let you know that, hey, you already got a score higher. You can't do two different, you know, you can't do the same initials with the same Legends ID just because you got two different devices.
Okay. Yeah. So I think I gave Primal Carnage Solid State like a 7. I think I gave, what did I get this, a 4.5 or 5?
Yeah, it's a 4.5.
Yeah, so that sounds about right to me. I actually enjoyed Solid State. This I really wasn't enjoying much. I was just like, let's see if I could get on the leaderboard, and I did, you know, but it took, you know, 40 minutes of playing it, kind of trying to figure out the point system. And
yeah, you definitely want to go for that spinner in the top left. Try to hit that as many times as possible, because you could literally get like 1,200 points on one shot up that ramp real quick. You hit that 10 or 15 times, and then you got 50,000 points. That's kind of how I was number one on the leaderboard until like 2 hours ago. Now I think I'm 5th, and you're 7th.
Okay. Well, top 10 with the best friend. We out here, yo.
That damn right. All right, so that's it, guys. Like I said, like me and Six said, man, if you like retro tables, it's a good pickup. For everybody else that just wants to collect the tables and stuff, wait till it's on deep sale.
Yeah, I seen somebody. Matter of fact, in the one Facebook group, they said something about it was somebody that had eyesight issues, and they said they actually prefer the retro tables because it's a little bit less going on than some of them. I don't know.
The ball's bigger and it's not moving so fast.
Yeah, and I don't know that this would appeal to them, because it's kind of like you said, it has some modern day vibes, but in the retro setting. So, but yeah, if you like retro tables, you own the HD, I would say pick this up. If you own the 4K, you don't like retro tables, I would say pass on this, until you see it. So,
yeah, deep discount for sure, in my opinion. So,
Ichabod,
all right. So, I think Monday we'll get the April calendar for Atgames, so we'll know what's coming out in April. New Williams pack, I'm sure, and I think we'll probably get another Zachariah release, and then probably another Primal Carnage release as well.
Yeah, where I think we got one more Primal Carnage, right? Or 2 more.
We got 2 more. We got Remake and we got Deluxe.
Okay,
those have been just pushed back, so I don't know exactly the dates again. But
yeah, those I got kind of decent hopes for, because I somewhat like Solid State. I thought it was a decent table, so I would like to see their more modern takes on that franchise.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, we're pretty sure we'll see y'all next Thursday. I'm pretty sure they'll have some kind of announcement going out of what's coming out first week of April. If not, then we'll definitely see in the second week of April, because something's going to be coming out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would say probably 5 more tables coming out in April. I think so. I think that's about accurate. Won't know till Monday, but guys, God bless. We love y'all. Thank y'all so much. Make sure you subscribe to both my channel and Half a Dozen's channel here for more content when it comes to either pinball or other things that are retro in the home arcade community.
Yeah, facts. I'm doing my Yo Hero show. Y'all want to come check it out? You get into Marvel movies, DC comics, all that. We're covering the Daredevil Born Again series, episode by episode, covering spoilers, all that. So y'all want to come check that out? That's every Wednesday. I'm doing that show 8:00.
Yeah,
come check it out.
And even though you're on that at the same time as Arcade Anonymous, I did shout your show out to the chat last night.
That's what's up.
Because I was proud of you for doing your own show and everything, and continuing on that that Yo moniker and everything.
Yeah, the branding. Yeah,
the branding. Yeah, thank you. So I love the fact that you're doing that, man. You keep doing good stuff, man, and you're honestly getting better week by week. So.
Yeah, our last show, honestly, it had the lowest viewership. I don't even know why, but it was our best show probably yet. So if you haven't watched it, if you're keeping up with Daredevil Born Again, man, we're getting into spoiler territory. Plus, we talked about they just did they announced the cast for the new Avengers movie, and we revealed that, like we did a live reaction to that. So that was off the chain.
Oh, fantastic. So, yeah, I got to watch the replay on that at least that part. I watched some of it. But, guys, God bless. Thank y'all so much for joining us for episode 47 of Yo Retro. We'll see y'all on the next episode on that Yo
Retro.